Ooh, a little creepy, a little scary, a little spooky. Going and then devouring their neighbor, their cousin, Katydid. Ooh. Beautiful Katydid. Really freaking scary. Ah! I thought it was gonna get me.
My name is Jack, and I've spent the past few years traveling all over the globe to find some of nature's most unique and most dangerous animals. My goal? To show you all at home that even the most bizarre, or perhaps even deadly life forms on Earth deserve both our respect and our appreciation. Today's journey takes us deep into the dense cloud forests of northern Ecuador on the hunt for one of the creepiest crawlies out there, the spiny devil katydid. These large and carnivorous katydids are covered in an array of sharp spines and armed with powerful jaws. These jungles are vast, and if I'm going to find the insect I'm after, I better get moving.
Today, we are venturing into some beautiful forests near Mindo, Ecuador. And what I'm hoping to find today is one of the coolest, maybe one of the only insects that's gonna make me nervous on this trip. Today, I'm looking for the spiny devil katydid. Now, these katydids are covered with spines, and they have quite the cantankerous attitude. So I'm hoping to not only be able to search for and find one of these beautiful insects, but I'm hoping to showcase this insect without being bitten.
Although these animals are omnivores and not true carnivores, their preferred food is indeed meat. They will happily overpower and eat any smaller animal that is unlucky enough to find themselves within the path of these devils. They make quick work of prey by mincing it up with their mandibles and slurping up the blended slurry of juices. Sounds like a pretty horrible way to go. Now, you may be wondering at home, why would these omnivorous katydids prefer to eat other animals as opposed to fruits or vegetation like other species do? Well, in these ecosystems, the species diversity is through the roof. The tropical regions of the planet house the vast majority of Earth's animal and plant species, which can create quite the competition for survival. Plants fighting for nutrients, animals fighting for resources. Just because abundance abounds within the rainforest does not mean it's guaranteed to any one party. These carnivorous katydids vastly increase their chance of survival by increasing the species they're willing to feed on. By eating other insects and small animals, they can procure precious protein and nutrients required to develop the next generation of katydids. It's a hard life in the rainforest, but I'd say these katydids have made some smart moves in terms of their survival. While hiking through this beautiful habitat, we stumbled across a brightly colored invertebrate on the forest floor. Let's take a closer look.
Take a look right here, folks. On our mission out here in this beautiful jungle, we have come across easily one of the most beautiful millipedes I've ever seen. Take a look at that, beautiful reds on this thing. Bright orange legs. Looks like a piece of candy more than a millipede. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna eat you, buddy. Take a look at that. Once again, millipedes are incredibly important detritivores. Here in the rainforest, they will break down, they'll eat organic material like leaves and wood and all sorts of organic waste. But take a look at that guy. I mean, that's beautiful, is it not, folks? Gorgeous millipede. We'll let him get right back into all this delicious leaf litter. he goes. Too cool.
After hours of searching, I was beginning to lose all hope that we would be able to find one of these iconic katydids. And luckily, on our way back, I spotted something that may interest you all at home. The telltale glistening of light reflecting off of a katydid's antenna. Is this the right species? Let's take a closer look.
Oh! No way! Panacanthus adult female right here. Look at this, folks. Tucked right into this leaf. The spiny devil katydid. It's no surprise where they get that name from. The spines all over this katydid are absolutely insane. Wow, I've never found this genera of katydid before. I'm super pumped. We've been hiking a relatively fruitless night, and to come across a beautiful and magnificent specimen like this adult female Panacanthus katydid is just what we needed. Look at that. Oh, wow. This is truly a spiny devil katydid. I mean, there are thorns, spines coming off of every direction that they could come off of on this insect. This looks like a gladiator more than an actual katydid. Look at that. Wow. And you can tell it's a female because of that long ovipositor coming off of the end of the abdomen there. Now, when I went to pick her up, she flashed those massive mandibles at me. These, like many other tropical katydids on my list to find here in the rainforests of Ecuador, are fairly carnivorous. So, of course, these are omnivores, so they'll eat a variety of things, not just other insects and meat. They will eat fruits and things like that. But for the most part, these Panacanthus and Capifora katydids love to eat a nice meaty snack. So it's going to be tricky to get her to crawl onto my hand without her biting the snot out of me. It's okay. Let's see. Ah! I'm always a bit wary around these giant katydids. Those mandibles are ever intimidating. And even from a katydid this large, which is rather small in terms of giant carnivorous katydids that I've worked with in the past, even though she's not too terribly big, I still don't want her to bite me. Is that fair? I know you at home are probably going, bite, 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 bite. But I'd prefer to just enjoy the beauty of this little katydid here. Oh, look at those mandibles flared out now. Ooh. I'm scared of that. I wonder if I could pick it up. There we go. Oh, look at those mandibles there. Beautiful katydid. Really freaking scary. Ah! I thought it was gonna get me. Oh man. Ugh. Okay. Look at this insect. I mean, this is pretty creepy looking.
true that I'm a huge fan of giant carnivorous katydids, but it is also true that they have a tendency to freak me out. This hasn't been the first time I've been on edge while filming with an impressive insect such as this. Last year, I found one of the coolest species of carnivorous katydids on Earth, the dragon-headed katydid. These insects are massive and dwarf most of the other katydid species I've encountered over the years. If you enjoy this video, I'm sure you'll want to give that one a watch. Be sure to check it out.
Now, I am just so excited to be able to share this wonderful genera of katydid with you all today. These spiny devil katydids have always been at the top of my list, and I've never been able to get far enough into their range in order to be able to find them ever before. But now we are in the amazing and beautiful jungles of northern Ecuador here in South America, and finally I've been able to find one of these beautiful and somewhat scary and intimidating Panacanthus spiny devil katydids. These are just spectacular. Now, per usual, I'm always wary about katydids, mostly because these antennae are so sensitive. These animals can pick up the slightest smell, the slightest touch, and they realize, oh, I'm not walking on a leaf anymore. I'm walking on a Jack's World of Wildlife's hand. And I don't like to walk on a Jack's World of Wildlife's hand. I think I will bite that. And I know I do lots of bites and stings, and, you know, a lot of you are sitting at home going, why does he care about these katydids, and he's fine taking stings from bullet ants and tarantula hawks and whatnot? These are pretty creepy. And they've got really big mandibles and can easily slice through my very soft pink flesh here. And honestly, I would just prefer not to have that happen. So I'm allowed to film however I want to film, and I don't want to get bitten by these gigantic mandibles on this fantastic katydid. But take a look at that, folks. Intimidating, right? Ooh. I mean, every part of this animal terminates in a sharp end. They've got spines all over the legs, spines all over the thorax, a big old spine with multiple prongs right on the end of the head, and of course, sharp mandibles tucked under that beautiful head there. Whew, a little creepy, a little scary, a little spooky, but easily one of my top invert targets here in these rainforests. Absolutely spectacular. I always love seeing carnivorous katydids, no matter how nervous they make me, just because they have such interesting ecology. These are voracious predators, and they're fairly good at predating on similarly sized insects. A lot of this katydid's diet could very well be other crickets and katydids. So you can imagine, I feel creeped out by these. Can you imagine their close cousin katydids running across one of these guys? They're saying, "Howdy, neighbor." And then this guy's barreling towards them at an incredible speed after it's lightly graced them with one of these antennae, going, and then devouring their neighbor, their cousin katydid. Ooh, I wouldn't want the human equivalent to be barreling towards me and devouring me. Now, would you? I don't think so. So these are really, really cool. We can really, really appreciate them, even though they're a little creepy. I'm just glad that we, number one, don't have a human equivalent of this, and number two, that these stay quite small. This is an adult female here. This species doesn't get nearly as big as some that you can find further into the Amazon rainforest, but these are impressive katydids, covered in spines and with a voracious appetite for sometimes other katydids. Well, we've had a fantastic time, mostly. She did scare me quite a few times. We had a fantastic time, mostly, with our beautiful spiny devil katydid. One last look before we let her get back on her way. Ooh, easy, killer. Look at that. Oh, what a spectacular katydid. Well, my friends, I think that's all the time we've got for you today. So thanks so much for tuning in and learning about this spooky, creepy katydid. I hope you enjoyed seeing me at least a little more nervous than usual when working with some of my favorite forms of wildlife, these carnivorous katydids. So, my friends, it's time for me to leave you all, but if I can leave you with anything, I hope I can leave you with this. This planet is full to the brim with some of the most interesting, unique, and potentially even dangerous life forms that we've ever seen. Now, it's easy to get creeped out by something like this, or any other giant katydid adjacent creature, but I hope that through these videos I can help you culture the realization within yourselves that even these creepy crawlies and scary stuff and even dangerous animals have an important, a critical role to play in their own native ecosystems. These animals are ever much as important as the monkeys and bears and armadillos and all sorts of stuff, all of these other types of animals that call this rainforest home. Without every little puzzle piece falling into place, these ecosystems and all of their beauty would implode and collapse in on top of itself. So my friends, I hope I left you with a little more appreciation for our creepy crawly friends, and I hope that maybe this will help to start changing your mind about some of these creepier, crawlier creatures. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this lovely little katydid here, and I hope to see you again next week with the next upload. So until then, take care of yourselves. I'll see you next Friday.